Hey. So hey guys, Bucky here, and on my first video ever, I'm going to be reviewing Turnstile's newest album, Space and Time, their sophomore LP, and their Roadrunner Records debut. This album is not out yet, however, it is streaming in full on NPR.com, and I'm sure you've all already been there and done that, but the link will be in the description below. This album was produced by none other than Will Yip, and if you are a part of the hardcore scene, I'm sure you're already very familiar with who that is. If you're not, as the NPR article states, he's produced bands such as Code Orange, La Dispute, and Title Fight. There's also some really cool guests that appear on this album, such as Andrew WK and Diplo, which I thought was really awesome and very interesting. So let's get into the positives. Brady, Shady Brady, the riffs and the solos. Ooh, good stuff. I particularly like the riff on Big Smile. It reminds me of like a classic rock song. It's very, very it's great. And the solos, just absolutely ripping them. Brady, keep up the good work. I also like the piano on the song High Pressure, which the piano was actually performed by Andrew WK. And the breakdown of that song also is very reminiscent of Step 2 Rhythm, I think. And that is a huge major plus to me, which we'll get into later. They also re-recorded 2 songs off their 2016 EP, Move Through Me, Come Back for More, and Harder on You, which I thought were far superior to the Move Through Me EP. They added some cowbell in there, which is awesome, and I think they just overall improved the songs, which usually doesn't really happen too much, I think, in my opinion. Usually the first time a band records a song is usually the best song. And the re-recorded version is just, you know. And another huge positive is Freaky Franz doing lead vocals on the song Moon. I thought it was fantastic. He's never done lead vocals on any other of the Turnstile songs before, at least to my knowledge. Franz has got pipes. I hope to hear a lot more of Franz on the vocals in future Turnstile. Now the negatives. I mentioned Step 2 Rhythm before, and my personal opinion is the first 2 Turnstile 7 inches are the best. They're my personal favorite Turnstile releases, and I just miss the heaviness of Turnstile. They've gone a little softer, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Again, my personal opinion, I miss the grittiness, I miss the heaviness, and I miss just the hard riffs, which are very absent from this album and their last 2 releases. I'm not a huge fan of the really short songs. Now, there have been a lot of short songs throughout Turnstile's discography, so this isn't something new that's come out of the blue, and it certainly isn't anything new for hardcore and punk. So certainly it's not a make or break for this album, but for my personal taste, it's just, there's not a lot I can sink my teeth into. It's, you start the song and before you know it, it's over. And this album is only 26 minutes long at 13 tracks. Let me double check that. I don't know if it's 13 tracks, because I'm a fucking idiot. Yes, it is 13 tracks. I was correct. And I don't know if anybody else feels this way. I'm going to be making another video talking more in length about this with some other people in the video as well. But to me, Turnstile, Angel Dust, and Trapped Under Ice, with all their latest releases, it's almost like they're kind of blurring the lines and all becoming the same band a little bit. That might be a little bit of a hot take. You can roast me in the comments below. Feel free. But that's just how I feel, and fuck me. Well, Angel Dust has always had really short songs. Trapped Under Ice in their latest album, Heatwave, which I will be doing a review of that too eventually. It just doesn't work for me. And I'm also not a fan of the filler tracks, and that's not a Turnstile gripe. That's just a gripe in general. Just leave them out. They serve no point. The filler tracks being Bomb and Disco, they're unnecessary. The standout tracks on this LP for me are Real Thing, Moon, and Can't Get Away. Of course, Real and Moon were singles released on this album earlier. So it's of my opinion that the singles are about as good as this album gets. So with that all being said, I would give this album an okay. It's not great, it didn't blow me away, and all in all, it didn't do a whole lot for me. I thought it was a step up from Nonstop Feeling, so that's certainly a positive, but at the end of the day, it's just an okay album. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you see, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a myriad of other reviews and conversations and whatnot. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you guys next time. And there's nothing I can't do.